Hello.
It's working. It's just I'm too far away. Okay.
Can it hear me? Is it picking me up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nope. Calm down, Feenet. All right. Okay, so what have you been doing since you've been homeless?
Surviving.
I got it.
Okay, thank you.
It just took it forever to load.
So, like, fighting for scraps.
Yep.
Do you have a corner that you've basically...
Claimed. Yeah, it's by the airport.
Do you protect some of the other people that aren't, like,
Yes.
fighters like
Yes.
you? Okay. Interesting. What?
They're laughing at me because I'm homeless.
No,
What?
that's his corner.
Told you.
Jordan just skips right over those.
Drug
like, I'm
addiction
done.
and prostitution.
Um,
And he's still doing the prostitution.
You gotta do what you gotta do to survive, man.
so, alright, so you've done that. So do you cook, like, your own stuff, or do you just scavenge?
I cook.
Okay.
It's like he lives on a corner. What is he? He doesn't have a kitchen.
You can cook over a fire on a trash can.
On a corner? I'm pretty sure he'd be in jail 90% of the year.
Nah. You just gotta do it when it's daylight so they don't see the flames.
See?
They're going to see the smoke.
No, listen
Nah.
to
You're
the
burning garbage.
There's an alleyway.
Listen
right
to the
there.
homeless person. He knows.
Obviously, he doesn't.
Obviously, he does.
He's homeless.
If there's a shit,
He doesn't.
if there's a shit ton of homeless people, they're not gonna fucking pick everyone up.
Okay, let's be honest though. It's Portland police. You got nothing to worry about.
So,
Yeah.
alright, so you have a little bit of knowledge in cooking.
The shit out of some roadkill.
Okay. So, how would you say you are mentally from everything that happened? Like, with what happened with, like, your recent, well, not recent anymore, it's been 4 years, but all this shit went down. How are you? Are you like one of those that you have a huge, like, PTSD, or are you just feel like you just, sometimes you just had enough? Like, you're just fed up?
That one.
Okay. How are you dealing with you being on the street? You think you're doing okay?
Yeah, I think I'm doing okay.
All right. What about
When I get down, I go help other people.
so
Makes me feel better helping other people.
and how are you at interacting with other people?
I am teaching them how to find their own food and build their own shelters.
So you actually seem to be like you might be pretty good at communicating.
Yes.
So would you say like socializing, persuasion? Seems like you have the streetwise. There's empathy, expression, and intimidation. So how exactly are you helping these people? Are you telling them to get the fuck off my corner and go do this? And they're like, that's a good idea, and then they actually do it. Or are you like? You
No,
said,
it's more of
helping-
a let me show you
Okay.
the right way to do this.
And how are you dealing with the random
People
other things that are on the street, like
The other-
rats,
Oh.
dogs?
you mean breakfast?
Now, this is Portland. They wouldn't let you do that.
Um,
That you would be in jail for.
Okay, so it seems like we have we've kind of talked a little bit more, a little bit about your social already. We've done a bit about your physical. Now take a look at the mental skills and tell me some of those that you think you might want to invest in.
Investigation.
I can see that.
Not academics.
So you weren't a top grad. You got in because of your skills. Not
Yes.
because- okay. What about crafts or medicine? You know,
I feel like I would have a little bit into crafts and medicine.
Real quick,
Crafts.
how does the medicine work in this game again?
you can use it to like use a first aid kit, or depend on your level. If you know a bit, you might actually be able to kind of stop the bleeding, and especially on more severe wounds.
I couldn't remember how.
Yeah.
Some games it's not as effective. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, obviously, you're a human. There's supernatural things in this game, but well, not in this game, just the zombies. But
Zombies.
in I said, just
No,
the
I'm
zombies.
messing with
And
you. Yeah.
but they can like heal.
My guy
like
hasn't
crazy.
seen zombies yet, so he doesn't
Yeah.
know that. All he saw was military people.
But you can like stave off the bleeding and stuff like that. And
Stabilize the wound.
yeah, and if you know, as long as you're not really hurt, I'm not gonna be like it takes you a shit ton to get over this. But if you get like seriously attacked, you know, it might take you a little bit. You know, so either you can shy away from fights for a little bit, or be like the guy in the back, you know, where you still fight. So,
Okay.
you are human, and like in this setting, there's like we're kind of used to playing. Me and him are used to playing vampires. They're very tough, and humans seem very weak to them. And so like humans can be weak, but they're also one of the tougher races actually in certain things too. So you should be okay, because I'm not going to throw anything that you won't be able to handle. And this right here is when you get bit. Let's see how much that'll go. When it gets all the way filled up, you turn into a zombie. But nobody's been bit yet.
Justin has.
Nobody hasn't.
He's about to.
Yeah. And I'm going to. I haven't
Just
decided.
a homeless guy bite him.
I haven't decided how to do it
Rawr.
because nobody's been bit yet, and I need to sit down. But to a certain degree, it may go down naturally. But when it starts going up, you're gonna have to start doing like medicine and stuff like that. When it gets really high, you might have to start looking to see if there's a cure.
I don't think you
Yeah,
should have
it's
it go away.
10-cent
If
bullet.
it's an infection, it
We'll see.
lets you chop an arm off.
So anyway,
Decapitation.
so
I'm talking about you.
as far
If you
as
bit.
as far as what else do you think you need to do to kind of like flesh out your character? You think you're good, or you think you need a little bit more? Like you're currently, it sounds like you're kind of where you're at now. I need to know a little bit about what happened. Like, what was your skill set back then?
Okay. Infiltrator.
Infiltrator.
Yes. I was the leader of my platoon, and our job was to infiltrate the terrorist organizations to extract high value targets.
Okay. So did y'all?
Are you talking about like sneaking in and getting them, or are you talking about like actually like becoming part of their group?
No, like sneaking in and getting them.
All right. So when you snuck
Stealthy.
in, there's a few things that you can do with that.
I only say that because that could be either
yeah.
physical or social.
So there's a few things you can do with that. One, is straight up stealth, and you probably, I think, even with if you get larceny is you being able to like lockpick or get in while not being detected. and being able to get in to stuff that you normally wouldn't be able to open without a key or something.
Yeah.
Stealthy, you're probably gonna need anyway. If you're what it sounds like you're doing, unless you're going in guns blazing, like you're going in, you're extracting a target. Sounds like you need stealth.
We would go sneak in with like stealth, and then we would just like fight our way out.
If they caught you.
No,
You
like
should
once
have
we got
your-
the target, we just we're getting out.
Okay.
You should have your stealth at 4 because no one ever pays it. Everyone tries to not pay attention to the homeless person at the corner.
Okay, so, you're
And
definitely
have a specialty called get change.
You have a long beard like going all the way down here.
Well, it's not like all the way down there. It's like down to here right now, and my hair's all dirty and long.
Well, you can have
I'm
Ginger
not-
draw a picture
yeah.
of your character.
He's seeing what my dwarf looks like.
You want to draw his face? His beard? You want to draw his face? Go ahead.
I want to get caught up on hearing first, but I'll do that.
We'll just
I
do it
haven't
in
done this
between.
all day.
In between.
So you're the one who held us back from 60%.
Oh, hush up.
And what?
So,
If it was something today, yeah.
all right.
Every day.
So,
I look up there. I'm usually in the top 5 sometimes.
okay. So you're definitely gonna have firearms, obviously, and stealth. I think you need a little bit of larceny doing what you were doing. But it sounds like too that you're gonna have a little bit of survival. So with your, what it sounds like right now, and you can look at the skills to kind of base upon what you want, but it sounds like you might want to go primary and physical or social, but I think physical, and secondary into either social or mental, depending on how much you want. Because if you don't want academics, that
You should explain the points because I don't think he understands
I'll get that.
primary, secondary.
Yeah. So all right. So if you go primary, it's primary, secondary, tertiary.
Yeah. Primary,
So-
you get more dots you
yeah,
can fill
so
in.
Your
Secondary
primary
is
and
in
your
the
skills is going to be 11. 11 dots that you can put. It's not as you can put you like a 1, 2. So it doesn't matter until you try to fill out the 5th dot. That one will count as 2. Every other one is 1. So you probably, because of what you want to do, you're probably not going to have to worry about getting that 5th dot. But you can. So the primary is 11, secondary is 7, tertiary is 4. It's only 4 dots. Up here, same example, but 5,
Less.
4, and 3.
Okay.
Now you start. If you see on this one, you start on attributes. You start with 1 in each one.
Yeah.
So you're adding on to that.
Okay. Oh, why thank you. We got a new car, honey.
Just not really worth it, but
I'll put this right here with my glasses.
You want me to move this?
That if I want me to swap with you. Makes it easier on you.
Yeah. So you could just use this.
There was some raid like last week that I joined. I didn't realize I hadn't joined it, but I joined one where there was like 3 hours left. And I did my like 5 attacks, and I was in like the top 6, and I was like,
Wow. Well, we have a lot of low people as far as
I know, but I know that there's at least 10 people that can go further than that in that amount of time.
Year, was it Witter and that other chick recently?
Yeah.
People have been.
Do
playing
you
it
have
for
any
months.
questions on anything?
Not yet.
Yeah. They only got kicked because they didn't log in.
Yeah.
So
just auto
also
picked them.
one thing to consider is on your skills. They're gonna pull, depending on what you do, they're gonna pull from a certain attribute. So like larceny.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what did you fill out?
So far, I got 1 in brawl, 1 in firearm, 1 in larceny, 1 in stealth, 1 in survival.
Okay, so survival most likely is
Still
gonna
on
be
Third
wits.
dark
What was
dimension.
another one?
No.
Stealth and larceny.
Stealth and
all
larceny
hero
are
brawlers
will
and,
should
like, 8
both
Miss Marvels.
pull from Dex.
So every gets a
And
double tap
brawl,
on your people.
Strength.
Firearms. Dex.
Farms will pull from Dex.
I'm about
Unless you're
7
using a bow.
days in on it.
Strength.
I got like 19 people.
And it doesn't. And one thing you could do, there is a merit, and we'll get to that in a minute. A merit you can get that's called Fighting Finesse, and that will allow you to, with that weapon, use Dex instead of Strength. So, like, if you wanted to use a bow, but your Strength is like 1, but your Dex is like 4, you're like, you get Fighting Finesse bow.
Mm-hmm.
But that pulls from your merit dots that you can use.
What did you say that one was, Jordan?
Fighting Finesse?
Yeah, I'm looking to see how many points it is.
That's a really good. Has she seen it?
I want to say I showed that to you.
I think so.
But we're probably going to change things up now since Jesse's mentioning something.
Drawing. That is really good. It looks like you. Not joking.
Maybe in 20 years.
It's okay.
40 maybe?
It's alright, I
That's
have the
not
one in
20
there with
years.
you and Absurd with the rock
Oh,
drawing.
he did ask me today if I was keeping Ruckus. I said if Ginger keeps Absurd, I will.
So, yeah, possibility. Yeah.
No, you will. Another athletics is easy. So like you're probably gonna want athletics if you were in the Rangers because you hopping over shit and you know all that. But you don't have to go super high. Your firearms is probably gonna be pretty good. Also, you do get 3 specialties. Specialties, what they do is you pick a specific thing. Like, let's say firearms, and you
This-
pick.
This would be a good one for him. You finish first.
Let's say firearms. You pick. Okay. Let's say you liked using a machine gun. So every time you shoot with a machine gun, you get a +1. So it's like adding an extra dot, but only in that when using that.
Yeah.
And also with athletics, if you wanted to, I'm not saying to do it, but it's like, for instance, like you could write jumping. So every time you do something that involves jumping, or you get to running or whatever, but that's kind of what you do with specialties,
Okay.
and you get 3 of those. Not that's over all of these.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You only
get 3 out of
Yeah.
all of them.
What were you gonna say?
This merit called Small Unit Tactics. It's your character is proficient or is a proficient leader in the field. She can organize efforts and bark orders. Once per scene, when making a coordinated action that was planned in advance, spend a willpower point and an instant action. And a number of characters equal to your character's presence benefit from a +3 gain from the willpower expenditure.
Interesting.
Cool.
Could you send that to me? I was just showing you where your willpower was.
Oh.
What's this?
There's just a random symbol for his alliance. Though, it may change things up. I may not be using him now.
What do you mean?
They may want to change some stuff up, so
You can still use them.
if I do, it's not going to be following you guys around. That's a little worry. I might have to talk to you about that because I might have to probably switch to a different, switch over to Pathfinder for that or something. It's going to get. We're also learning another game, so that's 3 books I'm having to read.
What
That's
other
a
game are you
lot.
learning?
Werewolf, and then also with
yeah.
because I have to read that. Then I also have to the 5th edition.
You can get psychokinesis.
So it's I'm getting something confused and I don't like that. I'm gonna have to probably make y'all redo,
That's fine.
start over. Y'all have more variety to pick from.
Yeah, it didn't give us much in that one.
What was
I didn't
also
like
starter
it.
Set?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they had like 3 or 4 to pick from, and that was,
That was
about
it.
It was really limited.
It was.
It was just because it was a starter set, though.
It was like
It was like an introduction into the series.
4 races that you could pick from, and like 5 classes. 4 or 5 classes, and that was it.
For fighting finesse, you need dexterity 3 and a specialty in weaponry or brawl.
Hooked on fire.
Yeah. Hooked on fire, work for me.
So that's
For me.
that's something you could do, but you probably won't need fighting finesse.
11,
7-4.
7, 4.
Yeah, and it only does it to that specific weapon or brawling fighting style.
Koye's on the offer for cheap.
That's racist.
How? Just because?
If you haven't noticed, they're selling all the black people for cheap this week. For real.
It's for the, I imagine for that thing coming up again.
Well, that's probably what it's for, but they're selling it under the other thing. The 12 days of sales.
I haven't put work in them since they quote on made them the top tier, and they never ended up being top tier for the raids.
3 years ago?
Something like that. So minor.
Truthfully,
5,
you
4,
don't
and
need
3.
them that
5,
strong
4,
to
and 3.
beat the.
So,
I my Killmonger and my Shuri are the only ones
So let me-
that are up. The other ones are like in the 20,000s,
Alright,
and I
so
smoked that
let
level
me,
7.
let me try
My
and explain
Killmonger
some
went in
of
there.
these to you.
Dead. Dead.
So,
Dead.
alright, intelligence is pretty much self-explanatory. Wits, that's kind of instinct,
Mm-hmm.
but that's what also
Plus, I have him on my.
self-explanatory.
I have him and
Resolve.
Shuri on my
So
mercenary
resolve comes
team
up
for defense.
whenever you're just like steadfast. I'm gonna do this, and
I just bought 5 for it.
So
Captain Marvel.
more often than not, I'm
About by
probably
6.
not gonna have you call on this as much as composure, and we'll get to that in a second. But that can come up, and that also helps against your will. These two build your willpower,
Which 2?
resolve and composure.
Okay.
Did you watch the video for
Strength,
Red
Obvious,
Guardian?
yeah.
dexterity's obvious too.
Stamina's
Stamina,
obvious.
well, it's
His
obvious,
ultimate,
but
he jumps in there and like
I
throws
will
his shield
say
at
a
the ground.
couple things.
And he hurt everyone
Stamina
like
helps build your
120,000.
Oh my.
You get
Now that's
size.
You know,
Your
your
size
tier
is 5, unless you're
14,
giant.
level
And
80.
it adds a +1.
Yeah.
You know, 777. 5.
Stamina is
But
so
still,
its size is
for a
5 plus your
tank
stamina.
person.
Yeah.
And then I can explain how
Wish Captain America
damage
could
goes
do that.
later. I explained it in the Golden Axe game, but that was a few months ago. Presence. So it depends on how you want to play it, but your presence is basically how you look. Like if people are noticing you, it could be for varying reasons. Like if you, let's say you have a high presence, but it could be because you're just a fucking handsome dude. You're Brad Pitt, or you're a fucking scary looking motherfucker, or because you're homeless. People notice you. And maybe you stink. Not
People
saying you do.
notice you, but no one wants to.
Manipulation. If you're trying to deceive somebody or trying to get somebody to do something against their will, or sort of, it depends. Composure. That's basically lose your cool.
Yeah.
That in this game, if you see some crazy shit, like you start seeing a bunch of zombies coming at you and you hadn't seen them before, I'll probably make you roll composure. So 5, 4, and 3.
If you have a question about like what the role would be to do a certain thing, then you can ask that, and that may help you also put your stats where you want them to.
Yeah. I was also going to mention, so when you get hit, or when someone's trying to attack you, let's say use a good example. You're on the street, and to claim your corner, you have to fight for it.
Yeah.
So one of the other homeless men would get up in your face, and so you had to fight for it. When he goes to hit you, not you hitting him. When he goes to hit you, you can get defense and armor. Of course, you're not wearing like plate mail or something. But if you're, of course, you're probably just wearing rags. But if you were wearing like
piss armor, no one wants to touch you. All your clothes.
If you
are
were
covered in
wearing
piss.
like he's wearing tactical gear.
Yeah.
Right? So his is going to be pretty good. You with clothes, you may not even get a bonus. But if you're wearing like something like a jacket or something to help soften it, maybe.
Newspaper stuffed in your shirt.
Yeah. So
I'm stuffing.
yeah. So that's armor. But defense is the lower of your wits or dex. So let's say you have
Ginger.
3 decks, 2 wins.
Yeah. So let's say you have 3 decks and 2 wits. Your defense is going to be 2.
Okay.
Okay, start shaping that. So
I'm just letting you know. Because
What are you doing?
something.
He's putting a penis in my mouth.
no, he's not. He's drawing a Chinese mustache.
I'm not Chinese.
Thanks for ruining the surprise, Jordan.
You said it out loud.
He didn't hear it.
I didn't hear it.
So, I'm just letting you know this system, when they attack you, that you have that's your armor class.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
And also, I gave them the option, but after your first game, if you want to like respec, you can.
Okay.
There's this merit in here called Greyhound that might be good. You can use the back of a moving bus as a resting place. No.
That's fucked up. All right, so, do you have any questions about your attributes?
No.
All right, so are you 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Okay. If you're good with that, if that's what you want on your stuff, we can start filling out your health and willpower. Your health is going to be 7.
Mm-hmm.
Do the circles.
Oh,
And
you
your
keep pushing.
willpower, is that 3 and 3?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, that's going to be 6.
How you doing in the whatever it's called, the life thing?
Oh, I finished it Sunday.
Were the end rewards pretty good?
No. I mean, it was a bunch of the mini 15s. So, yes, but no, because I'm not using them right now.
Okay. Alright, so now we're going to...
They get like 5 or 10
for-
gold credits.
Alright, so there's... we don't actually have to go over that yet. But if you... there's Virtue and Vice. We can do... Like I said, we can do that later, but you can write your age and your name. And your... Yeah, so what was happening with the character creation on this game whenever we first started, I was helping Ginger, and I told Richard to go help Justin. And we were joking about it, and it turned out he had to help Justin. Because we told him for this, do 5, 4, and 3. So he filled out
5 there.
5, 4, and 3 here. 5, 4, 3. 5, 4, 3. And Richard's like, what? Because that was a lot of dots. Yeah, so, alright, now it's been brought up a lot. Now we go to merits. So one of the things I thought was pretty cool. Now you do have your ranger experience, but it's up to you how you want to play this, because you're also a homeless man.
Yeah.
So I thought what would be interesting for you to get is, if you wanted to, now there's also like fighting styles with like guns. Like you could get combat marksmanship. It's a really good one. The very last one, if you get all 5, the last one you can go bah, 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 and just unload on somebody. But there's a fighting style which I thought was pretty cool since you're homeless, called street fight. It's one of the ones like where if somebody's down, you can actually fucking, when they try to get up, you can fucking kick them. Like, is my phone over there?
Mm-mm.
I think it was charging.
Oh, it's on the ground. You want it?
Yeah, please. I can pull it up for you. One of the other things I wrote down.
You have to have stamina 3, composure 3, brawl 2, and streetwise 2.
Did you get anything in Streetwise?
I got 1.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Maybe later.
Yeah.
But I'll at least show you what it was. They're really good abilities. It's just you have to have the stuff for them. Or Street Fighter. There's also, if you...
He's so hairy. He has every different type of facial hair. He has a
I want to
goatee.
kind of curl.
No. He has a goatee. He has a beard. He has mutton chops. He has the little Hitler mustache. He has,
It's on
every
top.
single type, and it's all stacked on top of each other.
Mike actually kind of curls, so it looks unnatural. It's just curly here and there.
And have like dark patches, light
There's
patches.
also one literally called CQC.
Some just garbage, like little piece of
So that
like
would be interesting too.
paper
I'm trying to
sticking
find
out
their
of it.
Street Fighting.
like cat turd.
What is CQC?
I don't know if he's got a
Wits
big beard.
3,
He has to have
athletics
big
2,
bushy
brawl
eyebrows
3.
too.
Okay, which
Those
3?
big crazy eyebrows.
Nope.
Just gotta have that.
Which is 2.
Okay, it's fine. Alright, there's Street Fighting.
Yeah, give him a hot lunch too. It is so nice not having to do that shit.
What?
The real
There was
time.
some life thing. Does it start over soon? Like 7, 6 days?
Starts over next Wednesday.
I'm not gonna go that hard in that thing. Maybe like level. I'm gonna maybe level 10. I might go to level 30, and that's about it.
Yeah.
It's-
If you don't buy the pass,
That'd be good.
all that you have to
And
do
close
is
quarters
do all the
combat, I
dailies
actually like better. Forgot
and
about that one.
the 2 characters on the weekly one, and then the 225 knockouts, and you can get it.
You kind of like, because of your experience and
You just do that
fighting
every
under
week,
fire,
and you'll get
the
100.
very first one
If you
allows
get
to
the
run between
if you buy
point
the
to point, I
pass,
think.
then that cuts out a lot of time. Like I still did that, and I finished a week
But
and a half ahead
I'll
of time.
show you the other ones. And these aren't the only thing you can get either. Like there was the what was it? We go to the. There was firefight, marksmanship, and combat marksmanship. So I think the way that
There's marksmanship.
yeah, because I think that you're
Uh,
technically supposed to get marksmanship before you get combat marksmanship, but I would just let's get it. But yeah, here's all the gun ones. The more modern gun ones. There's
the combat marksmanship was one that he just made. Because they just have marksmanship. all those ones that are like you need this previous one to get. Those were all ones that he made.
If there's something there that you're interested in. Also, upon creation, if you can only get these on
Give them
creation.
some stank too.
There's merits called
Some flies
eidetic
buzzing
memory,
around.
so you never forget anything. There's that one, and also
Well, you have to make a roll.
okay, and there's also common sense. I think that's one I think you have to make a roll. And there's other ones too, but those ones I always remember.
Giant.
Yeah.
Is that creation? Ambidextrous. Is that creation?
Yeah.
I could actually get 3 of these.
Is there any of them that you want? Not
I don't know
particularly
yet.
Should have him wear those big Buddhist beads.
He's starting to kind of look like a monk at this
He
point.
is.
Sorry, bud. It's not what you're starting to look like.
It's okay.
That's alright.
He looks like what was his name? Who was that guy that you always played on Dead or Alive?
Jenfu.
Yeah. Looks like him but with more mustache.
So how prepared is your guy?
Never
Like-
balding here, but curl.
I'm not gonna say that you have.
No,
one
no, it's
weapon.
balding.
Eyes.
It's balding here, but it goes up all the way around.
What are you talking about? I got Shiv.
And it's curly.
Gotta protect my
It's not
corner.
just
Took a
straight, it's
toothbrush
like-
I found.
It's like an afro, but missing this
It's like
section.
a prison Shiv.
Oh, I'm gonna
I'll
have
just
fun.
wait until they stop talking.
Sorry.
So you could have like I don't know if you have a grocery card or whatever the hell you have, but you could have a lead pipe stuck up in there. Like you said, you could have a toothbrush shivved out.
There is a fighting style for Shiv.
He's already on it.
Richard, he has. he's
No,
the
I
merit
just
person.
looked at it. Where is it? You need to have street fighting 2 and weaponry 1.
He can't get street fighting.
So streetwise.
Streetwise is 1.
Yeah, it's a 1 or 2 dot. Your character carries
You
small.
will level up, so there's just some stuff you can get later.
Yeah.
Your character carries a small concealable weapons for use in a tussle. Rolls to detect the concealed weapon. Suffer your character's weaponry score as a penalty. With the 1 dot version, he can conceal a weapon with 0 damage rating. 2 dot version can conceal a 1 damage rating weapon. Your character may use the brawl skill to use this weapon. That's it. It's just a 1 thing.
And you do have the option of being some big ass motherfucker if you want to. So giant's a
Yeah.
possibility.
Definitely got a weird mustache for it.
Who was the like fighter guy on, was it Tekken? Kind of wore the like long like kickboxing type pants, or like the martial arts style pants, but it kind of had stuff written on them, like he was a NASCAR racer, but on his pants.
I almost thought you were talking about Eddie at first, but
Or maybe it was King of Fighters. Those kind of pants. But he was an Asian guy. He had the
Talking
hair.
about Maul?
Oh,
Yeah, the
it says the
That's
H.
Hidachi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's the fucking main character, really.
Oh, I've never played him.
Hihachi. Not Hidachi.
Hihachi?
Yeah.
And what was it, Tekken?
That's Tekken.
Yeah. So this is what your beard's looking like.
It's a very nice
Yeah.
beard, actually.
It is. It's my homeless man beard.
And you don't have to get any of those right now, honestly. That's just something to look forward to. Because you actually don't have a gun right
I don't, but
now when you get one.
I think I'm gonna go combat marksman.
Let me see. Combat marksmanship?
Mm-hmm.
So this one.
What'd you buy?
Give me that.
Okay. What is your pull
If he's fine
for
with it, I'll
Dex
do it.
firearms right now?
Hmm?
Dexterity.
Yeah, so
and
look like
firearms,
he's
what's your
crazy.
My
He doesn't
dexterity is
nothing.
3
It says
dots,
crazy
and
weapon.
my firearm is 2.
Okay. That plus the weapon, that's not that bad. Okay, so if you were to get combat marksmanship, of the 7 merit dots you have, it will cost 5. If you want to buy up all the way.
5 dots.
If you want to buy up all the way.
How many
Well,
dots
but wouldn't
do I
he
get?
have to get marksmanship too?
It depends on if I want him to or not.
How many
think
dots
you-
do I start with?
What does?
Yeah,
What-
I think you actually have to get on this one.
Marksman, then.
You have to get marksmanship and then combat marksmanship.
What does marksmanship say on there? How many dots is it?
3.
3. Okay.
Yeah, so this one costs you 3, and then eventually you can get your when you start kind of getting back into your ranger self, you can get combat marksmanship.
This
Right,
is weird.
you
It
have
says 1 to 3, but there's a 4th dot on here. It's called Ghost. Your character has trained to shoot unseen and vanish without a trace. Her firearm score acts as a penalty to any roll to notice her vantage point, or any investigation or perception roll to investigate the area for where she is shooting.
And that's the 4th dot for marksmanship.
Yep. Even though it says 1 to 3, there's a 4th one hidden in there.
That's fine. That one, if you want it, it's only going to be 3.
How many do I have right now?
You have, and it's unfortunately this one's cut off, but
There you
you have 7.
Where'd it go? That.
Yeah, so
So I have 7 total.
yeah, 7.
You could also have improvised weaponry.
if you wanted to. That
Like
allows you to.
Jason Bourne.
Improvised weaponry allows you to take something that you're not trained in or ordinarily wouldn't be a weapon, and you don't get any negatives. It actually gives you a bonus. But that one, improvised weaponry, will be at the bottom.
Oh yeah, I'm just browsing.
But yeah, if you want combat marksmanship sounds like it'd be the original marksmanship sounds like something you would probably want to get. That because you still have your ranger training.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of foggy right now. I was wanting to squeeze past him because I had to set over all my cord and everything on this side for my computer, so I was trying to squeeze past there.
Jesse.
Hmm.
Do you want your character to have normal hairstyle, goofy hairstyle? How do you want him looking?
Just
Wow.
like long and dirty and wild, yeah.
Well, do you want long and dirty and wild, or do you want the thing that he showed me, where right here it does this?
No. Just have it like
Trying to make you
coming
look like-
down, just
Trying to make you look like Hihachi.
Do you want him? You want him bald or
No.
balding?
No. I'm only 33. I'm not
Been
balding
through
yet.
Yeah, I'm only
Well,
37.
Jared's
Nice.
Jared's like what 28, and he lost some of his hair because of.
Well, I was blessed with good genes in the hair department.
That's good.
You want Jared to be ratty like Frank from Shameless?
I could. Do you want a hat at all though? For what department were you in?
What?
It's a beanie.
You weren't
The
supposed to
Rangers.
better or something with Rangers
Yeah.
or a beanie? That'd be good too. Do you want a hat on your game to identify that or no?
No.
All right. That works.
Well, nobody needs to know what he's capable of.
Yeah.
You want like that crazy eye look?
No.
Oh, such a sweet girl.
It's a good thing I'm doing not Richard. He just
If you.
Why do you say this was your best character you made?
Stats or something. There was something with the stats.
I mean, that's just opinion. I mean, I think I like how you did Red too.
I don't remember how. I think I wasn't intending to make him tanky or something. I don't know what it was I did to him.
He's very social. He does have a lot of health though. But I think Red has more. Oh, maybe he doesn't. Because you did a lot of strength and Red.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where Red is though.
It's over there, Jesse.
He's right here.
Yeah, it's because you did. Well, no, he has the same health pool.
I was very surprised with the show.
Keep teasing this chef's account. Friendly, huh? I'm sure he is. Until it
amongst
happens.
the town.
Until it happens. Yeah, I want to get back into that eventually. You do have one specialty, Charles. I'm not liking the hearing this. It's very shady.
What?
It's charming.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
It's the only one he's got. Next one's probably way under crafts. Cooking.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the werewolf one that you and me were building on because mine's built a certain way that was going to surprise you probably.
Okay.
It's interesting.
You don't know how hard it is not to tell Jordan about your character. Kind of mad that you told me.
You asked.
Yeah, I did.
Because I have never played a character like that. It's going to be challenging.
Well, I didn't like he's saying, I didn't know he was gonna follow it up with, yeah, I'm gonna surprise. Well, he didn't say don't tell Jordan. He said I'm gonna surprise Jordan. So I'm like, spicy.
So he doesn't want the crazy eyes, and he doesn't want the hairstyle.
I didn't say anything about crazy eyes.
I said the crazy eyes.
Oh.
I want those.
I mean, not that hairstyle. I was just using that as an example. Like I said, do like an afro, but he's missing this part. In that picture, he just had this. Oh, I'm talking about like.
You want where it's like a dome, but it's kind of like split down the middle.
Well, just the top part is missing. He still has the back part, and it's still domed out back there. Used to know this kid named Daniel that had
Just barely touching her.
uh
If I do this, I act like she's.
I think it's alopecia, where you have like patches in your hair, but he had like a big afro, and it was weird. It was like seasonal. Like whenever it got cold, he would get his alopecia would kick in, and like he would lose patches in his afro, so he'd have to shave his whole head.
How was
Was it noticeable when it was shaved off?
Huh?
Was it like,
No,
like
no.
a shortcut?
No, he like skin,
Okay.
like no hair.
That's good. Maybe you'll get be able to add some more houses because of extra work.
Yes.
Do you get to tell her what to do?
No,
No.
it's mostly neutral.
Okay.
The day starts, and there's a big fight to see who's queen bee that day.
What John again?
Just pull up in front of a house, and there's two people outside.
Dogs over there with us, but we even got like stocking stuffers and candy.
That's good. Yeah, I'm going down to serving the. It's pretty cool. I like it.
Did you set it? Have you set it to
I haven't
run at a
programmed
certain? Okay. Does it have a little cube that you set somewhere high and it kind of like X-rays the room, or is it one of the ones where it just goes
You
till
have
it
to
hits?
buy that, I think.
Okay.
If you want the cube, you have to buy. It's accessories. Yeah, Sean got me this. It's a social deduction game. Basically, you lie.
And you twist your fake mustache, little tips of. And you curl them like Captain Hook.
Oh, I was gonna ask y'all while y'all are here. I'm making wings tomorrow. What else did y'all want me to make? Like, I'm gonna do like at least one more meat, like burgers, hot links,
Shrimp.
sausages. No.
I'll say whatever's cheap and whatever's easier, man. That way it's not that bad. Because it adds up
Yeah,
fast.
Any opinions on that, Mr. Jesse?
What?
On barbecue?
Oh, I don't care. Food's food.
Alright, burgers it is. They're easy. We're gonna have Ginger's burgers.
Mine.
Your burgers. You want me to make my burgers?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
What are you thinking?
I'm gonna take 1 point from strength
Really?
and drop it down here to stamina.
What are you thinking?
Street fighting.
So you want street fighting?
Yeah,
You gotta get streetwise too, I think.
I did. I took away empathy.
Hmm.
Fuck everyone.
Oh, by the way, it says it here.
I didn't hear the
But
last
if
part.
it comes up and you want to do it, or I make you do it, it says -1 unskilled,
Mm-hmm.
so it's a -1 to your roll.
Yeah,
This one is also -1. Mental, -3.
I saw that.
All these new ones. It's can't.
So you want
No,
street
no, one.
street fighting?
Yes.
I've had
Okay.
the time to work on them lately. Yeah. My teams are nowhere as good as yours.
What?
I got a long time to go.
You don't
I would say definitely work on Baron Zemo.
on those. You have the option of buying it all at once.
Because he can go on
Or going-
like any team.
a little bit.
Mine's
At a
Uh,
time.
Emma.
Yeah,
The
like
problem
Yeah, her
buying
too.
it a little bit at a time is
Mr.
you
Steve?
have to.
What the fuck are you doing?
I've been mainly
Like,
focused on
let's
the
say,
symbols.
how many dots is it?
it is.
Yeah, some
1
of
to
my red stars are
5.
pretty sickening.
Okay. So let's say you buy.
Have you seen this shit?
1 second. If you buy, let's say
should
you buy
scroll back
2
up to the top.
Mm-hmm.
Do I want
on
to?
creation, then if you wanted to buy like the 3, 4, and 5, if you wanted to just buy 5, you still have to spend 5. That's
Yeah.
why I said you need to do it all now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can do all but the last one because I already got 3 on marksmanship, and I get 7 right, so I can do 4.
One thing I do on this is when the game is over, like the session's over, and I do nominations. Like, let's say, hey, everybody go across, say, one thing you like that somebody did. You know, like say, like not yourself.
Yeah.
I can nominate you for something at the end, but they can also nominate you. So like, let's say you're like, hey, Richard, I really liked how you just like killed that.
Ran away from everyone.
If you want to look, there's examples in the.
But anyway, if someone says something to you, like say, hey, I really like that Jesse did this. I believe at the end of that, if everybody got nominated, y'all each can get a merit dot. So that would help you get that last one for that.
Okay.
So I'm telling you an easy way for you to do it, so you don't have to worry about, oh, I have to save up all this. So I would, if you want it, and it's a really good ability, that's why you have something far away and up close. So go 4 dots into Street Fighter.
Yeah. You and my brother have crazy Thanos powers.
He has a 6 red star Mr. Sinister and a 5 red star Emma. Both of them at level 1, gear tier
I haven't been able
0.
to work on them yet. I've got a lot of teams I'm working on.
Really?
Yeah.
I have 13 million gold. I haven't been able to
I'm
work
saving
on.
for Emma's event. I want to get her to 5-star. I want her 5th star.
best thing to do is just spend 800,000 a day. That's where I think the benefits of going higher is not really worth it because I think you get like
starting morality is
four or five shards just going to 800,000, and then like two going from 800,000 to like 2 million.
You've seen some shit. So if when your backstory comes in, kind of like what you've been doing, what you did in the Rangers.
That's what I do. Plus,
drop your morality, and you will get extra.
Overdoing everything, you'll get about 800,000
So you would be able to do a little bit more on your sheet. Now, that would go. That would actually be. We'd have to use XP though, not dots. I think that's how we did that. Because character creation is just straight up just dots.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I'm jealous you got that strong of a yo-yo, or at least the stars.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Your size is 5. If you want to go ahead and get some of that done. What else is over there?
Speed, armor, defense.
All right. Armor right now we're not doing anything. Defense will be. You got 3 wits, so 3.
Yeah, I pulled that like a couple months ago.
Speed.
I was kind of disappointed.
Speed is.
I'm hoping he gets a rework.
Strength plus dexterity. What's that?
Look at the
5.
Plus 5.
So 10.
button.
Yeah, that's your speed. It's not bad.
No.
And what's the other thing?
And then you go to teams.
For now, let's not.
And scroll down, look at my
He's got a
team.
3.
What's your What's your dex
My Ultron team.
composure?
It's like
6.
310,000,
Okay.
I think.
That's your initiative.
I'm gonna be going first.
Maybe.
Battle Live Arena?
Okay.
For Live Arena?
No, just for
And
that's my Ultron team.
All right. I think that's it on character creation.
Okay.
There's virtue and vices. that
You can take
go over.
flaws too and get bonus XP
How's that
up to a certain amount.
How's the Pimtech team?
Flaws
So?
can be.
Yeah.
They're not
At least better than
super
Defenders.
quick.
Yes.
But it just depends on what you want to do. Like I said, since you were a
They can't
ranger,
go
you could
toe to
actually
toe
drop
with
your
like the meta
morality
teams,
and
but
get the extra XP. I wouldn't. I would be careful dropping it like super low because you may have to call that choice of like killing somebody, and if they're fucking not infected, that could drop your morality.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jin Jin.
Yeah.
No, we're just talking about killing people that aren't infected.
I'm gonna give you a certain fro now.
Yeah.
With that split in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just take my own pencil and like,
I'm gonna give you the stink eye.
If there's anything you can you want to talk about your character right now, but I think you need to kind of flesh out the ranger stuff a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That way you can kind of think. Besides it kind of like seeing what you want to go towards. It also help you flesh out your character, kind of like maybe where you want to go, like how you want to play him and what you want to strive for.
Yeah.
peace, justice, and the American way.
Virtue and vices, they're kind of interesting. Virtues, like there's fortitude. So like you're the guy that first one in, last one out. That's kind of the general thing of it. You make sure that you're checking out what stuff is, and also that everyone gets out safely. There's other ones too. That's the first one I always think of. And vices is like your greed, lust, wrath,
all the 7 deadly
yeah,
sins.
pretty much. And
Sloth.
yeah. So
Sloth isn't one of them, but pretty much.
You don't. There's not a time limit on you to set those, and you can see about how you play your character to put those on. I don't. Some people want those immediately. I don't really care on you getting them, in the first couple games. See how you play your character, and you can kind of think of some, and I can kind of think of some on what you want to do.
Okay.
It kind of helps guide your character. It's not like it's
Uncle
kind of
Rufus.
like what they do with the
Ruckus.
alignments,
Uncle
you know,
Ruckus.
like waffle.
Yeah.
But it's a little more. You can play with it a little bit.
The Professor
And you
Moody.
can change it just like those. You can always change it if you don't think your character needs that. Play it. I had a character in the game that our friend Ben ran for us. Was Persona. I could not figure out a vice for him. Like none of the vices fit at all. And Ben was like, no, they don't. Like it wasn't just me. The storyteller was like, I can't think of anything. The virtue, I had it. No vices. Justin's was lust.
Well, obviously.
Yeah, he stole panties like a lot. But what do you think? Like, you think you got it how you want it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And with your vice and virtue, I would say that it's mainly up for you to keep track of those. Like if you're acting towards them, because you do get like
Yeah,
if
I
you
was gonna
do
say
them,
that,
you
yeah.
get I believe it's virtue gets you 1 willpower back, and vice gets you vice gets you 1 willpower back. Virtue gets you all your willpower back.
So, that's another thing. I mentioned it in the Golden Axe game, but there was a lot of stuff I threw at y'all. I tried to keep it simple, but there's a lot of stuff I threw at y'all because there was all the combos and magic and shit too. But when you're fighting, let's say you're rolling that you're trying to shoot a zombie.
Facial scar.
You're trying to shoot a zombie, or you're just like this homeless dude does
Over
not
his eye.
need to be on your corner, and you're like.
Have one of those. Be like he's
You're like, I want to knock his ass out. Like, I want to hit him really hard. What you could do is you add a willpower. So what that does is it's temporary, but you for that until you wake up, you know, whenever the next day is, you take a willpower away. So let's say right now you have 6.
Yeah.
So that would lower it down to 5, and you may not even hit him, but it adds +3 to your roll. So you roll. And let's say you got like 10, but with the extra 3, it gives you another success. So that 13, sorry. And so you hit him like twice instead of once. But it helps. It just depends on kind of like the situation. Like if you really think you need it. But like he said, with virtues and vices. So let's say the ones I used earlier, like fortitude. Like you're like. It's one thing if you are just going through a building and you're like always doing last one in, the first one in, last out. It's okay, but when it really counts, like there's zombies like coming in and they're heading like straight for you, but you're making sure everybody else gets out, and then you shut the door, lock it behind them, whatever. I'm gonna be like, yeah, that was definitely that virtue. You get all your willpower back. That's how that works.
And vices are easier to do. There's a merit you can get called voyeur, and I forget what the other one is. I had it on my vampire guide, but I could watch someone do my vice, and it flipped it to where instead of just getting 1, I would get everything back. So I would always watch. No, I had to watch someone fulfill their vice, so I would just watch.
My character fulfilled his vice so much because it was gluttony.
Yeah.
And he was just constantly eating people.
Yeah, and I would almost all of my stuff used willpower to activate it, so I would just sit there and spend it. Jordan's turn, coming around, refill.
My vampire could drink blood from people, but he also had the power to where he could just rip off chunks of flesh and still get the sustenance. He was bad. So anyway,
He was a Stefan.
is that from
Vampire Diaries.
Okay.
What'd
Didn't you say
they
that?
call him?
Hmm?
Yeah, he's a ripper because he would eat until he ripped the head off of the body.
Didn't I say what?
There was one character you said from either Vampire Diaries or the other one.
Originals.
The
Yeah.
originals you said that was. My character seemed like.
I don't know if your character, my guy was kind of more like,
It was the one that you
Who was
said
the-
that like tore shit up.
Well, Klaus did that in
Klaus.
the originals. Like he was the more brutal.
Yeah, but
one.
he didn't really do it when he was
Yeah.
eating.
Yeah, well, yeah, he
He
didn't.
was, haha, look how strong I am. I
Yeah.
can kill all you.
My character,
Yeah.
literally, I developed a fighting style where you hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker. Like I would grab somebody and literally. I had a
Okay,
fighting
I can
style.
see. I can see that as Klaus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My guy was more like who's the I forget what the
Elijah,
Yeah.
the more
Yeah, he was the gentleman dude,
Yeah.
but then whenever shit got down, he just ripped someone's heart out.
It was. I love that about him. He played that character awesome. He was like,
Yeah. They were all
I'm
great at
this,
their
and then
characters.
whenever he gets in a fight, he takes his coat off, rolls his sleeves
Yeah.
up. He's like, okay.
He would just throw down.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so is there anything you want to ask me?
No,
Okay.
I'm good.
Something for you, Ginger, and Sean that mainly will affect you because you're used to doing it the other way. In Kevin's game, whenever you sleep and wake up, you only regain 1 willpower, not your whole bar.
Okay. So I'm gonna try. I don't know when because I'm letting the people that run a little bit more often.
Give him
guys.
Yarmulke.
I'm not Jewish.
These guys, like, well, I mean, it's Ginger and Sean.
Yeah.
The guys that run more often, I'll let them do whatever, and then whenever I have something ready, we can go. And when we do actually sit down and do that, I would like for everyone to be here, but that's up to Richard or Ginger or whoever if they want to sit here while I do catching it up through what everybody else is doing. And that'll be kind of interesting.
Sleep through that.
Yeah, because he couldn't sit in the chair. You don't work in the morning?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, because
Lucky bitch.
he's because his butt hurt or something. He couldn't
My
sit.
leg.
But he couldn't
Feels
sit in
my
the
leg.
chair, so he was laying in bed
Mm.
while we were playing, and that's always a bad idea.
Yeah, I gotta get up at 5 in the morning.
We didn't start till like 7:30
Yeah.
because we played a board game and it lasted a little while.
It was mainly it was my leg, but also we would, since we were all separated, he'd do my part, then he'd do Justin's part, then he'd do Ginger's part, and like each of our parts were like 30 minutes, so it's like
Yeah.
I can't sit there and do nothing for an hour. I'll sleep.
So I'm gonna get your part, and because you're on the streets, that'll be interesting.
Kind of make it authentic, you know.
And I'm going to, if you have any ideas, I'm gladly hear from you. But I'm gonna come up with an NPC for you.
Okay.
Call him Joe Blow.
What's his name?
Homeless Joe.
And
Joe
I was
Blow.
thinking to make it even.
Alias.
It is completely up to you though. But it's good to make it even. Like he has a buddy, like a guy buddy. Justin has a guy buddy. He has a girl NPC. I was gonna give you a girl NPC as well.
Poor girl. So you said.
Sorry, I'm trying to get a splinter out of my finger.
I don't have any tweezers.
What was it?
Got
Here, want to use this rusty blade?
it. Yeah. I got it.
What were you saying?
But yeah, I was gonna try.
No,
that
no,
out,
I
but
see what
if
you said.
you have any ideas, you're like, hey, I want to do this.
Oh,
instead,
that
that's fine.
the
Nothing.
alias of
Want her to have an
Joe
accent?
Blow.
Sugar. I might
Joe
do it
Blood.
Blow. No, you just have pencil, but if you could somehow make it look like he had crack
Oh,
dust,
God.
crack dust in his beard, that would be great.
Okay, so with him actually doing the face now, he looks less dwarfish. He actually is looking like a human now.
He was using that to help me because of the long beard.
Yeah. Shit, he's got mange. Okay.
Is that food?
No, it's crack dust.
Oh, we gotta
From your
put
drug-
that right there around the nose.
Yeah, from your drug addiction,
I don't have a drug addiction.
and give him herpes for his
Maybe that's why
prostitution.
you were on the street for 4 years. Okay, so
Do you think here in America we would just let veterans live on the street homeless
Yes.
if they didn't have a drug addiction?
So, I think we're good. Like I said, I'm going to try to get this, especially since we're getting you in this now. I want to get I think Ginger's been
There you
working
go.
with it. Ginger's the one that's
That's what I do. Just grab a new one.
Isn't that right, Ginger?
Oh.
I want your buddy coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'll try to get this when I can. It's probably not going to be in January.
That's fine.
But, but we have other games. It's not like this is the only one. Yes. Next year!
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, well,
next
unfortunately,
next November is
Yeah.
when you'll.
that's what it was. Like, we played it, not last year, but the year before was the first session. No, sorry, the
2 years
year
ago.
before then.
3 years ago.
Yeah, 3 years ago was the first session, and the year after that was the second session, and then it was going to be another one, but we had Richard couldn't come, so I gave them the choice that I could run with Ginger and Justin do it, and then just run him by himself since he's still separate. But while he was fine with it, both
They act like I cared what happened in their section.
Ginger said he wanted to see yours though.
Yeah.
So it was the opposite. He wanted to see what you did. So anyway, all right, I'm winning this. Homeless Joe.